Hey guys, 2D Man here with another Genshin Impact video, and today we're going to be talking about a meta change. Yes, you've heard that right. A meta change, and the meta is going to be shifting, and it's surprising. I did have a little bit of a guess that this would happen based off of a kokomi's kit, but it is crazy that this is actually happening. So a while back, I had heard about a so-called bleed mechanic, where your character will take damage over time, like quite a bit. It kind of behaves like the cold or freeze mechanic from Dragonspine, but this is slightly different, and you can't really get rid of it. As you can tell, recently Kokomi was announced, and she comes out in about a week. And some of you guys might be wondering, well, what do you mean? When is this going to be a big deal? Well, just wait. You'll know what I mean when you try the Abyss out, okay? Now, I haven't tried it out, but I heard some stuff about what's in there, and I kind of already knew it was coming. I was just when, and I'm really surprised. But I had a feeling you probably could have seen this coming. That when you saw a character that was a support, and it was one of the first 5-star characters that they released since the game has begun. Like an official new character that has healing capabilities, that they would have to be meta changing, and that they would have to basically change the meta. If this mechanic does become a big part, and it might become even bigger in open world, but right now it's just in the Abyss, essentially what you'll need is a lot of characters, like for instance Chi-Chi, Barbara, and now Kokomi, will become major, will actually climb the tier list. There used to be a tier list, and a lot of those said characters I mentioned before were at the very bottom or were considered garbage. But now, with all the new stuff that's being released, not only will they be able to keep your team healed and, fine on the field by providing constant healing, which before now you never really needed. You just needed shielding. If your shield was strong enough, you didn't even need a shield, like a healer. But basically, if your healer could provide any other utility other than healing, they were considered good. And if they could only do healing, they're pretty much hot garbage. But now, with the need of constant healing, these characters definitely are going to be a lot better. And I also think that her scaling with her HP is ridiculous. That being said, she does have the negative crit rate, but have you seen her? Dude, her numbers are probably going to be crazy. So I can't wait till she actually releases and people start to take second guesses on, oh, maybe I should skip her. Now, I'm a little short on primos, so I'm not sure I'm going to be able to pull for her myself. I'm going to pull for her on one of my accounts, I know that for sure. But I think she's definitely going to be a character that's going to play a part in the new meta. Now, whether we see how big this is, we'll have to find out. It probably won't be that big in the open world until they make some changes or we go into some new regions. But in the Abyss, it seems like they are definitely going to make these characters a lot more viable. And it seems like the major winners that you're going to want to see probably on your field, major winners being, well, Barbara and Chi-Chi. Yeah, mine are very underleveled, so I'm in for a lot of fun. We'll see how this turns out. Barbara and Chi-Chi should definitely be good. Diona is going to kind of suffer because she doesn't have constant healing. Bennett should still be good, okay? Bennett should be good because Bennett gets a lot of energy recharge and he gets his ult up a lot. So he should still be fine. And Jean will be interesting. As long as you get ult uptime, she can heal on demand, right? So that the real question is how many characters can heal on demand? There's not too many. If I end up building up Chi-Chi, pairing her with Raiden will be very nice because Chi-Chi doesn't really have a good way of generating her own energy, which becomes a problem. So Chi-Chi still has some flaws, but she does have the good healing ability. She just has energy recharge problems. And are there any other characters? Sayu, energy recharge issues. Could still be good though. As long as you have constant uptime with her burst. I still think Jean's gonna be good. I'm gonna have to try her out, but it'll be interesting. Healers are definitely gonna come back into play. I guess maybe our days where we're using Chun-Li is kind of over. I guess if you have a Hu Tao that has burst up all the time, she could actually be really good too. So, as much as you try to change the meta, it seems like Hu Tao is still going to be right up there. But everything else, I think pretty much everything else stays the same, except that healers actually move up the tier list. Healing's actually a required aspect of the game that will be needed. But we'll see. What are your guys' thoughts? Are you guys a fan of this meta? I think it's actually really cool that we're getting a change and something different. It's been a while that this game has kind of like followed the same meta for so long, and that we've needed something to kind of spice it up and shift the ladder. I wonder how much it'll actually shift it. We'll give it about a week or two for people to get used to everything, and we'll see. Once again, this doesn't have to do with open world. It seems like it's only what's going to happen in the Abyss. And to be honest, I don't know how much of the community actually really does the upper levels of the Abyss. I mean, the game's still pretty young. There's a lot of newer players that don't even probably mess with the Abyss, at least the upper floors. But to them, it's not as big of a deal. But to all the veteran players, I would say it's kind of a big aspect of the game. So I want to hear what your guys' thoughts are and what you guys think. I also hope you guys are excited for Kokomi. She looks cool. Definitely looking forward to her trial. She had a release trailer that came out recently, and it was pretty sick. I hope they get more in depth on her story. She seems like she got kind of cheated out of the last Archon quest, and hopefully she gets some more character development. But we'll have to see. Anyways, guys, I'll catch you later, and until next time, peace out.